everyone here have seen the other Twilight movies?
Yeah.
Get out! No, okay. Again, jumping the gun. Okay, so for those of you who are fortunate enough not to experience the first, what we had, 4 Twilight movies, and now we have part 4, part 2.3. We have a film where Bella is now a vampire, an emotionless beast. Not much of a transition. But the great thing about it is now that Bella has become this creature-sucking, diabolic piece of ass of the night, that means that everyone else is so excited that they want to move at the speed of light every chance they get. And I'm not just like, okay, like when they're fighting and a vampire wants to go fast, they can go fast. Do it. You're a vampire. Use your right, but like, she wants to get a book, and suddenly it's like Benny Hill. Oh, that's an interesting book. It's like, shoot, like the fucking Roadrunner. I don't know why. What? I mean, if she checks her phone, it's like, 8:15. Why? Why? And everybody does this. And there's no way to make it so this is not funny. It's hilarious. Every single time she goes to whatever, check the oven timer, I want to say, I'm Speedy Gonzales, the fancy mouse in America. But no, that would be prejudice against Mexican people, and Lord knows we haven't been prejudiced enough against the vampire genre. So, okay, she has given birth to a beautiful CG baby. I'm not even kidding. This film is so cheap they couldn't get a baby. Maybe the baby was asking for too much money. I don't know. But you have this thing that's making Baby Geniuses 2 look like Gollum from Lord of the Rings. It literally looks like somebody just took the label from baby food of the baby going like this and just removed this mouth. I'm a vampire! That's the baby! And yet somehow it still emotes more than Bella! I don't understand this! But, okay, as we all know, the baby's future husband, Jacob. Oh, missed that part? Okay, let me explain. Jacob sees this baby, gets a wolf boner, says, hey, you know what? In hopefully 18 years, I bet she'll be hot and I just might want to do that. A nice bit of tails, considering that I really do have a tail at times. So, okay, you have the baby, grows up pretty fast, and I don't mean like, you know, oh, they grow up so fast. No, I mean within a day, she's like 7. And you're saying to yourself, oh, well, how many days or years or months or whatever went by for that? Well, they don't tell us. For all we know, literally, they have a dissolve of the baby, somehow standing up to be measured, the toddler, and then the 7-year-old just dissolving, and you know what? Maybe it was real time. We don't know. Stephanie Meyer's made up so much shit about Twilight and vampires and stuff like that, I believe anything. If you said that vampires can suddenly shoot web out of their arms and swing around like Spider-Man, you know what? That would be awesome. I would actually see that movie. You know what? Just anything outside of sparkling My Little Pony sparkle, they're the only ones that are supposed to sparkle. Again, getting ahead of myself, okay. So, we got Jacob, the future husband-to-be to Bella's daughter. And we have Edward, who still can't emote out of a paper bag. In fact, this duct tape here has much more emotion than Edward ever will. See, you believed it hit the ground, which is much more than anything Edward's ever done. And they're concerned because one of their cousins sees the little 7-year-old prodigy, the Rosemary's Baby, if you will, who is walking around and says, I don't recognize her. I'm gonna go tell the Vampire League of Shadows or whatever they are. Okay, Okay, so she goes and does that, and of course Bella sees that the cousin sees it and says to herself, oh, wait a minute, this is bad, because she's going to say that, and they're going to think she's an abomination, and going to come down and kill her. And they're preparing this army, and they're getting all the other vampire brethren, peoples, Barclays together, and they're like, oh, we have to fight. You know what? Here's an idea. You have cell phones. She's your cousin. You probably know her number. Maybe you just give her a little call and just be like, oh, hey, it's cool. It's totally cool. It's my kid. Yeah, no, immaculate birth. Well, yeah, we sparkle too. Just go with it. And you know what? We could avoid it. We could avoid this whole big battle thing. Oh, the big battle. Oh, let me tell you about the big battle. Okay. Get to that. Those of you, how many have read the book? Get out! Okay. For those who read the book, you know what's coming and you know this is justified. Okay, so you have Bella, and you know, the little CG 7-year-old baby person. Oh, they CG the 7-year-old into like a hot, you know, 20-year-old in a future flashback. Yeah, wasn't that some pervert's dream come true? Jacob's probably. And so they go and they tell this guy who I swear is like an anorexic version of Andy Serkis, who loves to overact even more than Andy Serkis. I mean, by God, Andy Serkis could do the Gollum voice and he's still more credible than this guy. I mean, this guy hears that there's, you know, this immaculate birth, and he's just like, oh, and what are we supposed to do about the vampire birth? That was subtle compared to what was in the movie, okay? And then they have this really cool thing where they get all the vampires from all across the world to see the immaculate bitch. And she touches people with her hand, and apparently that convinces them, oh, it's female Jesus, awesome. And everybody looks at her and it's like, okay, we're on her side. Awesome, great. The only downside is that for whatever reason, the brethren don't get this news, even though they're aware of everything that's going on, but they don't hear this little thing. Hey, you know that person we're trying to kill? Everybody's saying that she's, you know, the real deal and really awesome. We're vampires, we sparkle, we look like Gollum and overact like that. So, we get to... Okay, let me just think if there's anything I'm missing, because there's so much. I just want to build up properly the ending of it. Oh, let's talk about the father. Yeah, the father, one of only 2 likable characters in the entire movie, the other being Jacob before he turned pedophile, was actually really nice and really smart, always going along with everything, until he hears that Bella might be dead. Well, that kind of sucks. Yeah, only daughter dead. You know, if it was Bella, I'd be in the same boat, the more I think about it. But anyway, so you got him there chopping wood. Jacob goes, shows he's a friggin' werewolf. You know, same reaction as Bella. And goes in, Bella, totally willing not to tell her dad that she's alive, just let him believe that she's dead. It gets really mad at Jacob when she, you know, when he goes and tells her father that he's actually, you know, that she's actually alive and kicking and screaming. Well, not kicking and screaming because that would allow emotion, but that she is, in fact, actually alive. Gets mad at him. Of course, Edward's backing her on that because, you know, he's her bitch. So he goes and, you know, listens and says, what's going on? That boy's a werewolf. And she says, don't ask questions. He says, okay, what? He just goes with it. He's just totally fine. I mean, it's maybe the occasional question, why was he a werewolf? I don't know. And he's fine. And I say to myself, you know what, this is a loving family, anything like a loving family where, you know, they actually care about each other, which again, who could care for that little Satan spawn that's tooling these 2 boys around like they're Lego pieces and they're just part of her little Barbie franchise and they're gonna make them you know, it makes sense that be using them as like these Barbie, you know, toys like she is, that she would make them sparkle. I don't even think Stephanie Meyer exists. I think there really is a Bella Swan, and she put the story together, and she's just trying to show all those people in high school that, you know, that really overweight, ugly person that was really awkward, and everybody laughed at her for laughing the vampire game, and, you know, really getting into it and stuff. They're just like, oh, hey, you'll never become anything, She's just like, hell with you, I'm gonna sell my soul to Satan to make this stupid shit actually popular, because everyone's gonna read it, they're gonna like it for some reason, it's not gonna make any goddamn sense, they're gonna be like, oh, it's so romantic, and then we're gonna make some sort of stupid spin-off I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about the climax. Not the one you're thinking. Wait for Jacob and the... I don't know what this panel is rated. So, okay. We got this great big build-up. This is the only moment in a Twilight movie that's kind of cool. You have all the vampire brethren, all those people from Eyes Wide Shut in the cloaks. They're lined up, ready to march across the ice, because the ice doesn't break here apparently. And all the vampires and werewolves are on the other side, and they line up. And they're there, they're about to have their big Lord of the Rings battle and stuff like that. And they look at each other and say, we want to kill the child. And the Bella's like, fuck you! Or no, screw you, because we can show heads getting chopped off, but we can't say F you, because then that would get an R rating. What is up with the MPAA? Okay. So they go, and they say, this child is not going to be a danger. She's going to be fine. She really is immaculate, blah, blah, blah. So everything appears to be okay. But the Gollum leader there looks it over, and he looks at the child and says, oh, let me feel you. It's not as perverted as it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. But bottom line, he goes over, she touches his face, and suddenly he sees that everything they said was true. Great, so there's no problem, right? Well, he decides he may want to be a dick. For no other reason except he may want to be a dick. So he goes, and this, what's her name, Alice, the woman who can see into the future at times when it's convenient for the plot. She comes up, and she goes over to the Gollum vampire, and lets him, touch her hand, because that allows him to see into the future. Can they both see into the future? I don't know how it works, but either way, he sees it. She says, oh, you're not going to change your mind no matter what happens. He fucking balls, goes crazy. All the vampire costume show, they go running towards the vampires and werewolves. All the werewolves and the vampires, they go running towards the other. And I swear to goddamn, that these things are ripping heads off. Werewolves are coming in, they're taking this vampire, putting it on, going, and then the vampires are coming in, and they're going over here. And they're just like, oh, help me. This is Twilight, bitch. And they're dead. Heads are flying everywhere. This one guy, because suddenly vampires are like the Planeteers, and they can do fire, wind, earth, water. Not hard, because that would actually require having a soul. So they get down, and they go, boom! The ground is breaking. It's like a fucking earthquake. Everything is falling. Vampires, werewolves, falling down. I'm like, is this Twilight or Lord of the Rings? What the hell is this? It's unbelievable. Bella and Edward look at each other in a legit badass moment. They look at that Gollum vampire and they say, you're going down. They rush towards him. Edward finally uses Bella for what she should be, a human shield. Whack him out. Knocks him to the ground. She gets on his head. Edward tackles him like a football player. They rip the Gollum vampire head off. Throw him to the ground. They're about to burn him alive. Everybody is falling to their graves. Heads are flying. Blood everywhere. Dakota Fanning, headless. All this incredible stuff. The most awesome, holy goddamn shit ass. You wouldn't believe what you just witnessed. Turns out it was all a dream. I would say that you are all overreacting because this is just a movie. Except that every goddamn person in that theater, even the Twilight fans, had the exact same goddamn reaction that you have right now! Woo! They looked at the screen and they went, what? They don't even care what the explanation is. They go, what? It's like an automatic, when someone hits you, you go, ow. You see bullshit like that, you go, boom! Dream is pushing it because Dream would actually mean, you know, there'd be some credibility. No, it was the vision that the Alice chick who can see into the future is giving the creepy Golem Vault vampire guy to see what would happen to him if he attacked her. And he says, well, shit, that sucks, bye, and they head out. So, after all the Twilight movies, all the bullshit, 2 movies divided up, actually telling us the moral of the story. The moral of the story is if you sacrifice nothing, do nothing, play these boy toys like boy toys, you can live happily ever after as the blood-sucking demon that you are. Fuck you, Stephanie Myers! So what did I think of this movie? I didn't like it very much. It had some chance of maybe becoming something at the end, if just for epic stupidity. But instead, what we have is one of the stupidest, worst franchises that has ever existed in mankind. Someone put me back in the plot hole. I'm the nostalgia critic. I remember it so you don't have to. Everybody shut up, I really did lose a piece of my glasses. Did you find it? Where? Point to it. I can't see it. Because I don't have a piece of my glasses. That is not a bit. You need glasses! It's like, I could probably get another one. It's the little bit that goes like right here. There's so much. Why is there glitter on the stage? Was this made out of vampires? Okay, well, you know what? You know what? I will move on. Because the Twilight movie has convinced me that, for God's sakes, I need to move on. I can't dwell on the past. So, who wants to see Egoraptor? Well, come out here. What? What'd you think of Twilight?
Oh, are we talking about Twilight too?
Yeah.
Man, I just saw it. It was pretty good. I want a seat. I'll take this seat. You didn't do anything to it, did you?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's a good shape. Except it might not work. I didn't like throughout the whole performance, I was just eyeing that one piece of my glasses. I'm like, shit, how can I lose that? I want to. Okay, never mind. Okay, I'm taking this off because I feel like I'm at work.
Wait, so you lost a piece of your glasses and you like saw it, and then like the whole time you were like performing, you were like eyeballing it?
I'm just talking like this. You know what I hate about Twilight? Ground.
I wonder if we can find it. Hey, check it out. Welcome to Egoraptor and Doug Find Things. Episode 1. Is that? No, I don't think it's it.
Okay, so the rest.
I noticed there's definitely glitter on the stage.
Yes, there's a lot of that. I don't know, and little hearts.
Is the stage made out of vampires?
That is funny.
Thanks, man. I came up with it all on my own.
Okay, so actually, it is my birthday. Give me an applause. Birthday card. It says Jock's anniversary. That's French for happy birthday, you lesbian. Oh wow, that's a lot. Okay, I'll read that. Why you lesbian? That's awesome. I'm glad you and your friend get it. I'll put that in the bag. Okay, so
Doug.
yes.
Man, congratulations on having been born.
Yeah, I agree. It was.
How did that go? How did that go for you?
You know, I won't admit I cried a bit. But I had my eyes closed the whole time, so it wasn't that bad.
That's true, dude.
It looks like I'm opening my penis.
You just spilled a little bit there.
It's gonna be my birthday. Nobody will. Wow, I really fucking spilled.
Dude, Doug, do you need to see a doctor? Oh my God, is there a doctor in the house? Doctor in the house.
Okay, so the rest of the panel is just gonna do us a boring ass Q&A. How about you?
I figured we'd break into song.
Okay. Wait, you want to sing? I
got
that song.
It's copyrighted.
Oh.
You can't sing that, dude. You're gonna get sued.
Every one of you have to pay.
Still singing it. No, we're gonna. Shut up.
That's great. Give me $200.
That was not $200.
Okay. So, yeah, it's pretty much, we're just going to do a Q&A panel, pretty much, because we know a lot of people have questions for us at the other panels. Not all of them got answered, so we're just going to go from there. Anybody got a question? What?
What made you what kind of inspired you to create the homicidal maniac we all know about the Nasdaq Live class?
Well, what made me want to invent Aztec out of the class? You know, with that beat going, I think I want to rap it. Okay.
Do it! Do it!
I tell you now what I want to do. I want to invent someone for you. A guy who answers questions. Yes, he is the guy. He is the best. He wears a red scarf and it's awesome. I can't think of anything that rhymes with awesome. I did it for you. Did it for you. And he's awesome. I'm going to go poo.
Doug, no! That's my bet, dude.
Well, why don't you pick the next one?
Oh, okay. Guy in the back with the, yeah.
Egoraptor!
What?
You want Channel Awesome? You two together, I see you here. Is that gonna ever happen?
I don't know.
We got what, yeah, don't you want to join our 90 billion other producers that we have?
Yeah.
We're pretty stocked right now.
Yeah.
I think we do like sort of just doing like, you know, our own thing, because I know animation takes a friggin' while to do. It
Sure does, pal.
It does.
let me tell you the stories about that.
Tell me.
You know, the thing about making cartoons is, I'm sure with you, and you have like you're filming, you do stuff on location and stuff. You have all these crazy stories like, oh,
yeah.
This one time, this bum came up to me and tried to take my money. I said, no, we're filming something, right? And it goes on and on and on. Somebody gets, you know, stabbed or goes
Common
to jail.
story.
Yeah. Anyway, animating's like, dude, oh my God. Let me tell you about that one time I wanted a Coke. So I went to the fridge and, dude, I got a Coke, dude.
That's exciting shit, right?
Yeah, man. Oh, you won't even believe the ending. I opened it and drank it.
You are a risk taker. Okay, let's see. Person in the white wig there. Front row.
Yeah. What's the story behind it?
That was so funny.
Oh, thanks. The story goes, Chris O'Neill and I are sitting in a house together. I say, hey, Chris. Chris goes, I said, you want to make something super retarded? Just the dumbest gosh darn thing you ever seen in your life? He said, Yeah. Lightsaber, fight saber.
It has like what, 2 million hits, something like that. It has like so many hits.
Sorry, integrity.
Nico, can you do the one cry that you did yet? Just on lightsaber, fight saber.
I guess. Did I do it right?
You know what I love? Whenever he does that, his chin just vanishes. It's like it doesn't exist. It just
It's a beautiful trait of mine. They call me the earthworm.
Awesome. Let's do the kid in the back who looks like he has to pee.
You know that he's certain credit cards of a bat-like quality.
The credit cards of a bat-like quality, I am not familiar. I hear tell of this credit card used by bats, but I also hear that somebody may have just done a great big routine where he might have thrown his voice out and wants to keep it because he has to work with it. So if you send me your name and number, I will gladly send you a punch through your phone.
A bat credit card!
Thank you.
No problem. I'll be Doug's yell interpreter from now on.
Let's do a kind of cowboy hat thing there.
Doug, how does it feel living in your brother's shadow?
How does it feel living in my brother's shadow? You know, I'm obviously his bitch. He's clearly the funny one. But yet I get hounded by people wanting me to say things like bad credit cards. So, you know what? It really sucks. Let's see, who else we got here? Let's do Supergirl. Or woman, I don't know which one you're dressed as. Awesome. Hi. What? Thank you, good question.
I just wanted to know, when did you decide to edit this out?
I edited him after to boldly flee. I don't know if you saw it. When did we decide? I mean, like, really sort of after Suburban Nights, we were talking about the idea because we were already feeling like, yeah, we're starting to run low. It's like, you know, we're doing okay, but it's like, man, we're forcing some of these jokes. Or a lot of times I remember we'd watch a movie and Rob would say a joke, I'm like, we did that. He'd be like, oh. And then there'd just be that uncomfortable silence. And we're just like, yeah, we should wrap this up. So was it hard? Honestly, for me, no. Because it just felt like it ran its course. And I was so happy to see how many people were like, you know, really into it and really sad to see it go and everything. But at the same time, it felt like the right choice. You know, and I think we always bitch and moan about people, you know, just let it die, come on, don't run it into the ground. And I think we're much more afraid of that happening than, you know, people being angry that we ended too early. So, yeah, no, it actually surprisingly wasn't that bad.
I actually respect you a lot for that decision. It's hard to do, to kill a series like that.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, you had such a big following for the series. You could have just kept it going and had, you know, like people be like, you know, nostalgia critic, but it was like an integrity thing. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was just something where it's like we didn't want to force it. Like, I put it this way: if we had longer time to work on them, maybe we could get sort of fresher ideas. But with the time limit we had, we're just like, no, we know we can't keep doing it. It's like we're done. We felt done. You know, it's like when something's done, you know, just why keep it going?
Yeah. See, the thing is, like, you know, you watch the Nostalgia Critic and you think like, oh, it's a show, this is consistent. But like, as people and as entertainers and comedians, we're always growing. And when you just grow out of a character or kind of way to tell jokes, you can't. There's no way to write it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it was something where at one point I do remember, like, I felt I was being a little too repetitive, so I was like, okay, I realize now I have to take longer on these scripts to be fresh, you know, and do you feel fresh? But it was one of those things where it's just like, and that was going really well, and we were doing different stuff and new stuff, but at the same time, that started to wear down too, and we're just like, you know what, let's not force it, let's leave on a good note, you know, and try something else that we really want to do. So that's essentially what we did. So go, why don't you pick the next one?
Oh, okay. Dude with the hair falls.
What's your favorite episode?
My favorite episode of the Nostalgia Critic?
He doesn't watch my stuff.
It's a good question. I would have to say that probably the Sonic cartoon one. Yeah, that was classic, dude. In fact, I think that was the episode that like sold me on you. Where
I was always sold on you.
Like I saw a couple of Nostalgia Critic episodes and I was like, this is cool, and then somebody was like, no, you gotta see the Sonic one. And I was like, all right, and I watched it and I was like, this guy's fucking funny.
Maybe even Doug funny, because I never heard that before. Shut up! Let's do something in the best. Do red shirt, over shirt back there.
Egoraptor, are you ever gonna be doing a Game Grumps panel for FloridaCons?
Will I do Game Grumps panels at FloridaCons? You just gotta ask the FloridaCons to invite us. Because I don't live here anymore, so it's really hard to voluntarily fly out here and do that stuff, because flights are expensive, especially for 2 people. So yeah, I mean, if you send emails to con owners and be like, "It's fucking get the Game Grumps out here, dude," and you have to word it like that in the email. You can't just be like, "Dude, get the Game Grumps out here, dude." That wouldn't work out very well. So please.
Let's do Minecraft, right? So,
My next sequelitis? Because I thought you were talking about Doug's sequelitis.
Medication for that.
The next sequelitis is about Zelda. Oh, thanks. I didn't make Zelda, sorry guys. It's about Link to the Past versus Ocarina of Time, but the whole running theme of it is actually how bad Skyward Sword is, so. Thank you.
Let's do pink hair.
What is one of the weirdest things you've ever had?
Could you
One of the weirdest dreams we ever had.
Is that it?
Well, oddly enough, he was in it. Weirdest dreams? I mean, that's always a strange question, because it's like, I love it when someone comes in and it's like, I had a really weird dream last night. It's like, no kidding, they're usually so normal. I mean, I don't know.
I know mine.
All right, good. Tell him.
Okay. Okay. So here's my weirdest dream of all time, right? It's just all white. And there's a little... There's like... You know how at the beginning of Disney cartoons, there's like the Donald head or like the Mickey head or whatever? There was the Goofy head. And it was just there. And on a white background, and a little puppy comes up and like starts like playing around, and he like sits and he's like all happy, and then Goofy's ear grabs like a mallet from off screen, he goes like boom, and he just goes, oh, yogurt. And I woke up.
Actually, you know what?
That is absolutely true, by the way.
No, you know what? I have a dream very similar, because it's one of the, it's weird, it's very odd. It's unlikely that you'll have a dream that's very like coherent and would actually be funny and stuff, but that's like a funny routine. I actually had one too that actually it's only one, the only dream I ever had that I was like, oh, this could be like a routine actually. It was the Mickey Mouse, it was also Disney related. It was the Mickey Mouse Club at the very end when they sing the song, except it was the Doug Walker Club. And all it was just the end song, they're all lined up, it looks just like the show, it's black and white, all the kids are there with the mouse hats and stuff like that, and they say, D-O-U, and I'm there and I go, you all come back now, you hear? And they go, G-W, and I just go, W-A-L-K-E-R, and that was it. I was just like, that's a funny routine, I should work that in. Like, it gets to W and he has no idea what to say. So that's the closest thing to like a coherent dream I ever had. I was like, oh hey, that could be actually a good bit. So I'm sorry, her dreams are actually kind of funny and coherent, actually.
D-O-U.
Think about it, it could happen. Okay, let's do blue sweatshirt over there.
Remember the review with like Fear and Loathing in Shadocon?
I do. Next question. Go ahead.
What do you guys do outside the panels? Do you have like crazy stuff like that?
Oh, just that. We get high on brownies.
Yeah.
What do we do? I mean, I don't know. sometimes it depends on whether or not there's a green room, because sometimes you do need to get away from like the con and stuff. But I mean, a lot of times it's like just walking around playing games, you know, or actually looking at the. What I love to do, I love to look at the artist alleys. That's like my favorite bit of going to any con, because I didn't know that going to cons that they had these artist alleys. And I'm like, wow, this is cool stuff. So that's probably my favorite thing.
I've been building a death ray. So when I'm not up here, I gotta go straight there. I've been working really hard on it. I've been trying to finish it before the end of the year.
How's it going?
It's going good. I think the completion date will be December 23rd.
That's awesome. I heard you managed to zap cockroaches.
Yeah. Well, we're getting close to the world. Cockroaches.
Next to the world, obviously. Yeah. So very cool.
Did anybody pick up on December 23rd? I'm so smart.
Yeah, why'd you make the next one?
Oh,
so
okay.
funny.
And the goggles in the back with the Superman shirt.
So, Doug, I know you're doing demo reels to parody film, but what happens when the film or the demo reel actually is better than the film you're parodying? Like if you did like Twilight or Michael Bay film.
Like I did a film so bad that actually the parody we do is better than the film. I think we're already doing it. I don't know. I thought it was better than Dark Knight Rises.
I agree.
I hate that.
I like all Nolan Batmans. I think they're all terrible.
Yeah, third one's especially bad. Except for Bane, he was kind of cool.
I didn't like Bane at all, actually. Thought he was kind of lame.
His voice got real high sometimes. Let's see, who else we got here? Let's do Candy Corn.
Yeah. This is for both of you. Do either of you guys have any degrees in anything?
Degrees?
Yeah, degree in awesome. I have my BA. That's just I have a degree in communications actually.
What?
Yeah, well, because you know how many jobs you can get with that, right?
I'm genuinely like tore up she is about it. Good luck!
Sorry.
What about me? Hey, I got a degree in getting funky. I failed. No, I don't have any degrees. People think I went to school for animation. I totally didn't. I just did it. I just started doing it, and then eventually I made things, and I got better as I made them. I don't know. It's the same for you, right?
Idiot. You do it by actually doing things. I sit at a desk and they tell me how to do things without actually doing it. I'm smart.
Hey, good job communicating.
Well, that depends. Can you understand this?
Wow, A+.
Let's do gray hat up there. Yeah, you in the front row. Do I do really good? Well, I don't know. I can do a couple various songs. No, I can't. My throat is dead. Go ahead, just ask it. A bum review of a video game? I've never done a video game. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, shut up! Rolf did everything that needs to be done on that game. It's like, rings! The end!
Blues Brothers 2000.
Blues Brothers, what, the game or the movie?
On the 64.
There's a Blues Brothers 2000 game for the 64. Blues Brothers 2064? That's lame. Okay, shut up! You know how good my video game reviews go over, especially when I Let's Play, so let's just move on.
Allow me to open up a list of every single bad game in the world and read them aloud to you. Arthur A. Aardvark, the game. Anderson Cooper, the game. That ain't no name to
That game, yeah, that would suck. Let's go the back bunny ears.
Egoraptor.
What?
What would it be about?
You just heard Egoraptor, the game.
Egoraptor the game, what would it be about?
Oh no.
If you can make a game, what would it be?
If I could make a game? Oh, that's